Yo, what is up, guys? It's Cone back here again today with another video. Today, we're going to be taking a look at some NBA trade packages. Now, the NBA Finals are still finishing up, but as you know, if you're a longtime NBA fan, the NBA season and even the NBA playoffs are still part of the offseason. The rumor mill never stops, and we're continuing to get rumors about some pretty big names that are in trade talks. Specifically today, getting an article from Shams and The Athletic saying that Ben Simmons is actively being shot by the Sixers. Collin Sexton is reportedly on his way out potentially from Cleveland. We've seen rumors about the Spurs. Maybe DeJounte Murray is on his way out. Some rumors about maybe John Collins or Lonzo Ball sign with other people. So there's all of these rumors going around. So I thought today would be a fun kind of video if I made a tweet here that says drop me some trade packages to react to for a YouTube video. And I said they could be about Sexton, Simmons, draft trade ups. That's another big thing going on right now. If you missed my video talking about if the Thunder are going to trade up in the draft, I posted a couple days ago. You can find it on my channel. Go check that one out if you didn't see it. Or basically whoever, because like I said, there have been a lot of names in trade talks. So we're just going to go through some of these packages and see what's up with them. I'll give you my thoughts on them, if I would do them, which side says no, stuff like that. We'll go through as many as we can, and we'll go ahead and just get into it. Make sure to like and subscribe if you like this video. You don't want to miss out on all the NBA content that's going to be coming in the next couple weeks. So starting off with my guy, Caleb. Shout out Caleb, actual real life friend of mine. So he said scary hours. He's a Nets fan if you didn't know. So his trade is Kawhi Leonard to the Brooklyn Nets for Joe Harris, 2 first-round picks, and Spencer Dinwiddie. Now, I'm guessing this means that Kawhi Leonard wants out, and it's like a sign and trade between trading Spencer Dinwiddie from the Nets, signing him to send him to Los Angeles for Kawhi Leonard. It's not a terrible trade for the Clippers if you're going to lose Kawhi Leonard. If they still want to stay competitive with Paul George, picking up Spencer Dinwiddie and Joe Harris isn't terrible. Of course, this is not a good package at all for Kawhi Leonard himself, but if you are going to lose Kawhi for nothing, it's better than nothing, I guess. So this one says, the Thunder have one of the best developmental staffs in the league. We can take Simmons for Kemba, Bays, Roby, and firsts. I don't think the Sixers say yes to that. I just don't think Kemba's a great fit with their team. I don't think he's someone they're looking at. They want to take advantage of Embiid's prime, and Kemba's been very injury prone and doesn't look like he has a lot left in the tank, at least compared to what he once used to be. Maybe it's just a case of the wrong situation in Boston, and if he's able to get healthy, he'll be really good this year. But I think right now they want a more surefire thing than Kemba. However, I would love to see Ben Simmons in OKC. I'm not opposed to that at all. This is a sign and trade. Lonzo in a second for Kobe White and Laurie, or Lonzo in a second for Peyton Pritchard and Carson Edwards, plus a late first or an early second round pick. I personally, if you had to ask me now, I think Lonzo ends up in Chicago. I don't know if the Bulls necessarily want to do a sign and trade, but I mean, if the Pelicans can get this for Lonzo, not bad. Let's see. Would the Thunder agree to this one? The Thunder Pelicans. It's Kemba Walker, 3 first-round picks, and a second-round pick for Brandon Ingram. I think the Pelicans say no. The Pelicans are seemingly trying to win now, and I think Ingram helps them win now more than Kemba does. All right, so let's see. What else? We've got the Heat and the Cavs. This has been a rumor that Sexton could go to the Heat. So it's Love, Sexton, and a 2024 first-round pick for Iguodala, Goran Dragic, and Tyler Hero. This is an interesting one, just because they get off Kevin Love's contract. But the thing is, I really don't even know if the Cavs need to get off his contract. Obviously, it's a ton of money, but at this point, no free agents are really coming to Cleveland at the moment. So I really don't know if you need to trade Kevin Love and attach a first-round pick to get rid of him. In addition, I don't want to give up this first-round pick, especially if you're giving up Sexton. I know the reason they're going to give up Sexton is that they don't want to pay him, and so it's not like you're just losing him for nothing, because that way you don't have to commit all that money to him. But I like getting to Hero. I think getting Hero is good, but just these extra pieces, it just doesn't make sense to me. I think there is a trade here between the Heat and the Cavs, but I don't necessarily like that one a lot. Cavs receive Darius Bazley, pick 6, pick 18, and the Thunder receive pick 3. I think this is one the Thunder would do. It's just, would the Cavs want Darius Bazley, I guess. Chris Boucher and DeAndre Bembry for the 10th pick. I don't hate this. I think the Raptors go for this if they're looking to more do a slow type rebuild rather than keeping Chris Boucher. Boucher is already like 28, so he's not necessarily there for the long haul. So if the Pelicans are looking to win now and they think that addressing that center position with a guy like Chris Boucher is the way to go about it, then maybe he is a stretch big that could probably play pretty well next to Zion, who is a dominant paint force, just kind of needs some shooters around him, and Steven Adams really isn't that answer long term. Then I could see this happening, but Sexton for Obi and 2 firsts, I could see it. I don't think it's a bad trade for the Cavaliers or for the Knicks, especially because I know Obi is still super young. He was only a rookie last year, but with Julius Randle there, Obi just really doesn't seem like he has a long-term future as much as he once did in New York. And I think Sexton addresses a huge problem of theirs, which was their inability to score. Now, obviously, they're a defensive-minded team, and Sexton isn't a great defender, but he has the tools to be a decent one. And I think it would just add a nice scoring punch to a Knicks team that really just couldn't score the basketball in the playoffs. Let's see. Ricky Rubio, Malik Beasley, Culver, and 3 firsts for Ben Simmons, or a 3-team trade with the Raptors sending Lowry to the Sixers and Ben to the Wolves. I just don't know what Lowry's value is right now. If I'm the Wolves, I say yes to this trade. If I'm the Sixers, I say hell no. I don't understand. A lot of people have been saying Malik Beasley, I don't understand not giving up D'Lo in this trade. If I'm the Sixers, I'm not trading Ben Simmons unless I get D'Lo from the Wolves. I'm not even like the biggest D'Angelo Russell fan just because I don't know how great he would fit, and he's not super efficient. So I don't know, but giving up Ben Simmons for Malik Beasley, who is an okay player, but I don't think he raises their ceiling at all. Ricky Rubio doesn't help them. Culver doesn't help them. And then 3 first-round picks. It just doesn't make sense to me. They can get a much better package. This one says 6, 16, 34, 22, and a Phoenix lottery protected first, and Maladon for pick 3 from Cleveland, and a 2022 second-round pick. I think this is one that could kind of work for both sides. Once again, it just depends because Cleveland already has a problem with too many guards. I think they're looking for more wing players, so I don't know how much Teo would necessarily fit into what they're trying to do over there. But, I mean, this is a good haul if they're willing to trade down. You get 3 picks in this year's draft, including only moving down 3 spots. You get Taylor Maladon, who was great this past year, and another first in the future. It's not a bad haul for the 3rd overall pick. The Raptors getting De'Aaron Fox for Fred VanVleet, Chris Boucher, and a 2022 top 5 protected first-round pick. I don't necessarily understand this from the Kings' perspective. I guess you get Chris Boucher, who can help stretch the floor and gives them a power forward option. You get Fred VanVleet, who's a solid point guard, but I think they want De'Aaron Fox. He's young, and this Kings team isn't ready to win now. With VanVleet being older, I just don't think it makes that much sense for them. Not a bad trade necessarily from the Raptors' point of view, but I don't know if I'm giving up De'Aaron Fox if I'm the Kings. At least not for that package. Sexton for Obi, Knox, and 1 or 2 picks. Could work. 18 OKC second rounders for Detroit's number 1 overall pick. Something tells me they'll turn that down, but why not offer it? Let's see what else we got here. We've got Justin Holiday, Miles Turner, and 2 first-round picks for George Hill and Ben Simmons. If I'm the Sixers, I'm hanging up the phone. This makes absolutely no sense for the Sixers. This trade is probably terrible, but here we go. Okay, let's see what it is. We've got De'Aaron Fox and Tyrese Halliburton for Isaac Okoro, Collin Sexton, and a couple of first-round picks. I'm getting one of these is the number 3rd overall pick. If I'm the Kings, if you're trying to hard reset a rebuild, like if you're like, okay, De'Aaron Fox isn't working, but even then giving up Tyrese, who was great last year, doesn't make sense to me in this trade. They just pay Sexton and he would be solid, and I guess they could keep sucking. I don't get it. I don't know why the Kings would do this. If I'm the Cavs, sure. If I'm trying to win now, I'll go out and get Fox. But even then, I don't know how great it's going to be. I don't even know how good a Fox's fit is next to Darius Garland, who they already have at the 1. I don't love that trade from either side. Let's see. Rockets trade 23, a second in 2023, and Eric Gordon for pick 13 from the Pacers. If the Pacers were trying to win now and move down, I guess it's not a bad trade, but, you know, moving down 10 picks for Eric Gordon isn't the most interesting thing. Let's see. What else do we got? I think we've seen most of this stuff, so we might be coming to an end here. This looks like another Sixers trade. They get Kyle Lowry and Malik Beasley for Ben Simmons and Tyrese Maxey. And the Raptors, for giving up Kyle Lowry, get Ricky Rubio, Tyrese Maxey, Jay McDaniels, and a 2022 first-round pick from the Timberwolves. I don't love this for the Sixers. Kyle Lowry's good, but he's really old. And like I said, Malik Beasley's solid, but if I'm giving up Ben Simmons and Tyrese Maxey, I want more than that. Sorry. Let's see. The Thunder getting the 11th pick from the Hornets and the 10th pick from the Pelicans for Kemba Walker. And so the Thunder give up Kemba Walker 18 and 16 and get the 11th and 10th overall picks. The Pelicans get that 18th and Kemba Walker, and the Hornets get Steven Adams and the 16th pick. It's not terrible. Honestly, it's kind of interesting. I just don't know if the Hornets really want Steven Adams necessarily. Like, he's a solid player and everything like that, but I don't know how much he fits what they're going for. Pelicans, getting Kemba Walker is something I could definitely see, and if you see a Pelicans Thunder trade, I wouldn't be surprised. I would love for it to be a 3-team deal because I don't want to take back a bunch of salary for Kemba Walker, but, you know, not a bad one. Interesting for sure. I'd have to look at it a little bit more. Eric Bledsoe and, yeah, see, this is the trade we were just talking about, actually. Eric Bledsoe and the 10th pick for Kemba Walker and the 18th pick. I could see that definitely. Let's see. We've got the Sixers getting, oh my God, this is a long one. I don't even know if y'all can see this, so I'll try and read it. Dame and Malik Beasley to the Sixers. The Sixers give up George Hill, a first in 2021, a first in 2023, a second in 2022, Ben Simmons, Shake Milton, and a 2021 second. And the Blazers get, for Damian Lillard, George Hill, D'Angelo Russell, 4 first-round picks and 2 seconds. And the Timberwolves get, so the Wolves give up 2 firsts, a second, and Malik Beasley for Ben Simmons, Shake Milton. The Timberwolves get a steal here, is what they get. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how much I like this. It's not a terrible trade. It's not. I just don't know how much I like the package for the Blazers necessarily. They get a lot of first-round picks, but if you're giving Damian Lillard to the Sixers, I don't know how much these first-round picks are really going to be valuable, especially since this 2021 one is like late in the draft anyways. Yeah, I don't love it. I think the Blazers can get better. The Grizzlies receive Jeremy Grant, and the Pistons get Jaren Jackson and the 17th pick. If I'm the Pistons, I'm saying yes. I like Jeremy Grant a lot, and I think he's great on the Pistons. But if you can get Jaren Jackson Jr. and the 17th pick for that, I'm doing it. And we'll end off on this one. This is from my brother. Shout out to him. Go follow him on Twitter if you don't. Ben Simmons for DeJounte Murray, Keldon Johnson, and Patty Mills. I think this is interesting for both sides. The Sixers still get that playmaking defensive point guard in DeJounte Murray. They get a good wing scorer in Keldon Johnson, and Patty Mills can be a good backup. We just saw him destroy Team USA playing for Team Australia in the Olympic exhibition games, so he clearly can play. This is interesting to me. I think Ben Simmons to the Spurs is one of the more interesting ones, one of the more interesting locations that he can go to. I think Greg Popovich would like to have that project, and he gives them a guy to try and build around for the future, which they really just don't have right now. And it seems like if DeJounte Murray is on the way out, this is not a bad way to go with him. Keldon Johnson would be a loss for them, but at the same time, maybe the Sixers throw in like a second or some sweetener. Maybe they throw in their first-round pick from this year to add on Keldon Johnson. But overall, this is a trade I kind of like for both sides, and due to the fact that I like it, we're going to end because I didn't love a lot of these trades. Some very interesting ones. Let me know if you have a trade package in the comment section below, and I'll tell you what I think of it. Appreciate you guys watching. I'll see you guys later.